70% of recruiters look up their candidates on LinkedIn before giving them an offer letter. Though the About section is not on the top half of LinkedIn, it is still important because the recruiter is most likely going to read it before hiring you. In the About section, you write about yourself. Isn't that obvious? Well, what you need to write would be facts that you couldn't find space in the top half of your LinkedIn. What does that mean? The top half of your LinkedIn profile has your profile picture, the LinkedIn banner, and the headline. Now, if the recruiter likes all these, then they may decide to scroll down further and then they would find the About section on your profile. It is apparent that the top half of your LinkedIn profile has to be glorious and the most important information about yourself should go there. Anything else that you would want to add that would present value to recruiters will go to the About section. This is also known as the Profile Summary section, and currently it has a character limit of 2600. Another thing to keep in mind is not to copy paste the entire resume onto your LinkedIn About section. Now, this is because your resume is a much more confidential document, and facts on that should not be on social media. Write in first person and not in third person. This means instead of writing, Madhurima is a corporate trainer, we need to write, I am a corporate trainer. Now, since LinkedIn is a social media platform, writing in first person will make it more personal and friendly. Though the character limit of the LinkedIn About section, which is 2600, seems high, we need to utilize this space effectively. With these points in mind, in this training, I'm going to share 5 simple LinkedIn About section samples for job seekers that recruiters like. The fifth one is mine, so stay tuned. Once we are done with all the 5 samples, I'm going to help you write your About section and we are going to do this together. But before that, if you are serious about your career and need some help to write your resume with respect to the profile summary, skills, work experience, etc., then I share all of this in the Break the Resume course. This is a recorded training that you can take at your preferred time and pace. Before showing you the first LinkedIn About section sample for job seekers that recruiters like, let me tell you that recruiters are extremely busy people. So if we give them what they exactly need, then we actually support them in making decisions in our favor. Do you remember in school days you were asked to write answers in points? Well, we are going to apply the same principles over here. When writing anything which is long, write it in points instead of boring paragraphs. Why? Because it makes it easy on the eyes of the recruiter. We also need to understand that whether it is a recruiter or anyone else going through your profile, they would do it on their mobile phone. So miles and miles of long paragraphs would just be boring. Let me take you to the LinkedIn profile of one of the students from my career transformation programs called Anu. Now, I made this profile for her when she was looking for a job change. Before showing Anu's About section, let me first give you a tour of the top half of her LinkedIn profile. She has put all relevant keywords in her LinkedIn headline that will help her get pulled in the recruiter searches. She has also displayed her vital soft skills on the LinkedIn banner. Let me scroll down and take you to her About section now. If you can see, then her About section has been beautifully divided into points. I had added these icons on the left as bullet points to make her profile look bright and stand out from the crowd. If you look closely, then we have written a brief profile summary and have divided her key skills into 2 different sections, each having dissimilar bullet points. Also, look at how we have used spacing between sections so that it is easy on the eyes of the reader when they scroll through on their phones. Always add a call to action to conclude. It means what would you want the reader to do once they have gone through your profile? Adding relevant call to action helps in quality networking. If you want to know more about how to write an enticing LinkedIn headline, see some LinkedIn banner samples, create an awesome LinkedIn profile, and how to get recommendations, then watch this playlist next, which is on LinkedIn profile optimization. I will leave a link to this playlist in the description box below and also at the end of this training. Let's now go to the second LinkedIn About section sample for job seekers that recruiters like. Now, if you have to use paragraphs, then do it like Nandan. He's another student from my career transformation program. Nandan specializes in managing startup operations. He was seeking a role in a startup as well. So I helped him tailor his About section accordingly. He has written his About section like a story explaining his expertise and journey. Each paragraph is short so that it doesn't look cluttered when someone views his profile. He has also mentioned result oriented role tasks to show how he can help startups grow and resolve challenges. He has made this section attractive by placing a relevant icon before the start of each point. If you scroll down, then he concludes by writing, I'm eager to connect and collaborate with you if you are a fellow visionary, a budding entrepreneur, or simply share a passion for innovation. He has also written the entire thing in first person. Let's go to the third simple LinkedIn About section sample for job seekers that recruiters like. Let's take a look at Balwinder's About section. Again, he is a student from my career transformation program. Balwinder is a senior project manager. He started with mentioning his number of experience years and key skills. He also wrote about his certification, which was decisive in his job search journey. After analyzing various job descriptions on job portals, he quickly identified the top 5 crucial skills that recruiters were looking for. He then briefed his expertise on each one. He used bullet points and icons to make this write-up look attractive. Let me show you the fourth simple LinkedIn About section sample for job seekers that recruiters like. This is another student from my career transformation program whose name is Sandhya. With a simple layout, Sandhya has managed to display her key expertise, certification, and accomplishments. She has used bullet points and line spacing to make it easy on the eyes of the reader. Here is the fifth simple LinkedIn About section sample for job seekers that recruiters like. Now, this one is my very own LinkedIn About section. I like to induce curiosity. If you go into my profile and scroll down to the About section, then you will see a question and then the reader has to click on See More. This single thing makes my readers already engaged with me. Also, incorporate numbers wherever possible, especially in the hook, which is the first line. For example, approximately 90% of professionals are unhappy in their corporate jobs. Why? Starting with a question and tempting your reader to look for the answer is a technique that I love. And I give them the answer right away without making them wait further. Then I ask another question, and this time I write the results that were brought in as a byproduct of my training sessions, post which I start introducing myself. Again, I talk about results which I have brought along with number driven phrases. I proceed to give a list of my services and then ask prospects to send an email, which is my call to action. How can you mirror this template to that of a job seekers? Now, let's do it together. Grab a notebook and pen, and in a few seconds, I'm going to show you a draft on a blank document. Always write your drafts on a blank document and do not write it on LinkedIn directly. This is because you need some time to think and reflect on what you're going to write. And in the meantime, if somebody visits your LinkedIn profile, they should not be seeing incomplete information. Start your About section by asking a question and about the topmost problem area of your industry and then write a solution. Make sure to write the solution in points. Let's say that you are in customer service team of a banking client in a BPO, then you can ask why 40% of customers are unsatisfied in the banking industry. Here are the biggest reasons. You then list down the reasons. For example, lack of personal touch, unwillingness to understand customers, generic solutions instead of customized ones. We can then add icons to make it attractive. I have taken these from WhatsApp Web. Write the results that you can bring in to help the team. Then proceed to introducing yourself and mention your relevant expertise. Mention number-driven and result-oriented role tasks. For example, with my proven expertise, I have been able to achieve 95% CSAT quarter after quarter, maintain an accuracy score of 100%, reduce repeat queries by 50%, and then introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Madhurima. I have been in the banking industry for 5 years, and then go on and on and on and write a brief description of your experience in not more than 6 to 7 lines. You also need to ensure that it is crisp and not nagging. Ensure you have good spacing between paragraphs and pointers and conclude with a call to action. For example, if you have come this far, then please send me a connection request so that we can mutually learn on this platform. You can replicate this for your very own skills, expertise, and industry. And here it is, your very own About section that has successfully been drafted. And if you are serious about your career and are ready to kickstart your job search process, then grab the Breakthrough Resume course, which is linked in the description box below. Again, it is a recorded training that you can take at your preferred time and pace. So far in this training, you have seen 5 simple LinkedIn About section samples for job seekers that recruiters like. I understand that navigating through your career can be long and frustrating, which is why I want you to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell because I have some awesome videos lined up for you. If you want to know more about how to write an enticing LinkedIn headline, see some LinkedIn banner samples, create an awesome LinkedIn profile, and learn how you can get recommendations, then click on this playlist on LinkedIn optimization next. Thank you for watching this training, and I will see you in this playlist. Bye bye.